Hi, I'm Dwayne from Vaughan Brothers Lumber. We are really into healthy forests and healthy communities. I want to tell you about a new project we are working on. We call it Chewelah A to Z. It's a pretty cool project. But before we talk about that, let's talk about our first A to Z project, Mill Creek. Right here in Colville, Washington, we partnered with a lot of stakeholders and the Forest Service to come up with a new, more effective way to create healthy, fire-resilient forests and harvest timber. We took unhealthy forests that look like this and turned them into forests that look like this. And while we were at it, we put in some of these, and we improved access for people who use trails and recreate on the forest. This wasn't some old school timber sale. It was a project that improved the overall health in the landscape for the environment and for the community, and that's why we call it A to Z. So here we are in Chewelah, Washington on the Colville National Forest, and we are ready to do it again. But an A to Z project only happens when everyone works together to do something that benefits all of us.
My name is Josh White, and my job is to provide leadership and supervision for the employees that work on the Colville National Forest. One of my major focuses is to protect forest resources as well as help protect communities when it comes to wildfire. We have a wildfire crisis in the West, right? And we need to treat a lot of acres. We need to do it quickly. Working with NUFIC as well as the communities around Chewelah is what led us to select the Chewelah project area for the next A to Z contract. We laid out a planning area, and it was about 70,000 acres. And then Vaughan Brothers Lumber stayed at arm's length, and we worked directly with that third-party contractor, Kramer Fish Sciences.
My name is Hans Burge, and my role is to manage the environmental impact assessment of the Chewelah A to Z project. In this case, we worked with the land manager, which was the U.S. Forest Service. When we did the evaluation, we came up with a project that is going to move this area in the right direction for the next 150 years. Where the stands are overstocked, we prescribed commercial thinning. I think we had 19 fish passage culverts that we evaluated. Several of them needed to be done. We prescribed beaver dam analogs. We also added a number of trails and enhancements on trails. And so it really is a benefit for everybody.
My name's Karen Honeycutt, and my job is to maintain and restore fish and wildlife habitats across the forest. When I heard there was going to be another A to Z in Chewelah, I was pretty excited because there's a lot of good aquatics work that needs to be done down there, especially with the culverts and the stream restoration. Before this bridge, there was a culvert that blocked fish from accessing other habitats. And Chewelah has a lot more culvert replacements and removals, so the fish can get to spawning habitat or other food that they can find. It's really great to see all the benefits that come from projects like A to Z.
So the landscape evaluation happens, then it's time to put boots on the ground and do the work.
My name is Alex, and my job is to promote forest health through logging. I basically determine logging boundaries within the scope that we're given by the Forest Service. I live in Colville. This forest is my backyard. This is where we recreate, where I make my living. We're not out here just clear cutting. We base our prescriptions off what that certain stand in the forest needs and cut accordingly. It's a really special thing to just be part of that process.
One really cool part of this forest is 49 degrees north. Whether or not you love to ski and snowboard, 49 degrees north is a huge part of the local economy in Chewelah and Northeast Washington.
My name is Eric Bakken, and my job is building community around the love of the outdoors and outdoor winter recreation. In 2021, fire went through the Tahoe area and threatened multiple ski resorts. So a project like A to Z that gives us some defensible space around the interface with the resort is really exciting to us. This sort of thing really helps me sleep at night.
At Vaughan, we want to be good neighbors, especially when we are working in someone's backyard.
My name is Patrick Sawyer. I live in Chewelah, Washington, and I'm the owner of Quartzsite Brewing Company. I really like sharing my beer with our community and seeing them gather, socialize, and build relationships. Our community is surrounded by forests. So this project is really exciting. It's going to make Chewelah more resilient to wildfire, and it'll be good for our economy.
There's one more thing I want to tell you about, and that's the network of stakeholders that work together to make sure everyone is on the same page.
I'm Gloria Flora, and my job is to help bring people together to ensure the sustainability of public lands. I live here in Stevens County, in the middle of the forest, and I'm also on the board of the Northeast Washington Forest Coalition. The mission of NUFIC is to collaborate with the community and with the National Forest to create the best outcomes for plants, animals, and the communities that surround and depend on these national forests. I am so proud of what we were able to accomplish in Mill Creek A to Z because it was very successful. And so it was natural to just say, yeah, let's charge ahead with Chewelah A to Z. And if the land thrives, the community thrives, we all thrive.
We are incredibly excited and passionate about being part of Chewelah A to Z. The incredible work that is happening in this project will create healthy, fire-resilient forests, improved habitat, and recreation spaces. And the community of Chewelah will be better protected from the threat of wildfire. We live, work, and play right here in the Colville National Forest, and we care deeply about its future.